Fernando Pessoa, a poet, writer and philosopher from Portugal, lived a life as interesting and complicated as his writing. He was born in Lisbon in 1888. His early years were a mix of good things and tough times. His dad, a music critic, died when Pessoa was only 5. This really affected him and made him feel sad and lonely. After his dad died, Pessoa's mum remarried and they moved to Durban, South Africa. Living there exposed him to many different cultures and languages which later showed up in his writing. His love of reading and his growing interest in language and identity helped him start to become the amazing writer he would be. If you enjoyed this video, please like it to support Kelvin Yassi in creating more great content. When he was 17, Pessoa went back to Lisbon, the city that would inspire him and also feel like a trap. He became part of the exciting intellectual and artistic scene of early 1900s Lisbon. He hung out at cafes, talked with other writers and artists, and spent his time writing. Even though he was around people, Pessoa was a loner, happier with his own thoughts and the characters he created. This is when he started developing his special writing style, full of deep thoughts, broken up ideas, and looking at things from many points of view. Even though he wrote a lot, Fernando Pessoa wasn't very famous while he was alive. It was only after he died in 1935 that people realized how brilliant he was. One of his most famous books, the Book of Disquiet, was found after he died, among more than 25,000 manuscripts. This mysterious and fragmented book, mostly written under the name Bernardo Soares, is a collection of thoughts, short sayings, and observations about what it means to be human. The Book of Disquiet really shows us Pessoa's exploration of self-awareness, identity, and the confusing nature of existence. A big part of Pessoa's writing was his use of what are called heteronyms. These aren't just fake names, they're like different writing personalities, each with their own style, voice, and way of seeing the world. Pessoa created over 70 heteronyms, each showing a different side of himself. Some of his most famous heteronyms are Alberto Cairo, who wrote about the simple beauty of nature, Ricardo Reis, who liked traditional styles, and Álvaro de Campos, who was fascinated by modern technology and the future. These heteronyms let Pessoa explore lots of different viewpoints and the idea that we all have many sides to ourselves. The Book of Disquiet makes it hard to tell what's a true story and what's made up. This enigmatic work, penned by the Portuguese writer Fernando Pessoa, is a fascinating blend of reality and imagination. It challenges the reader to question the nature of truth and fiction, blurring the lines between the two in a way that is both intriguing and disorienting. Even though it's written under the name Bernardo Soares, an office worker in Lisbon, the book is full of Pessoa's own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Soares is one of Pessoa's many heteronyms, fictional characters created by Pessoa to express different facets of his personality. Through Soares, Pessoa delves into the mundane yet profound aspects of everyday life, capturing the essence of human existence in a way that is deeply personal and universally relatable. It's like a maze where it's hard to tell where the author ends and the characters begin. The narrative weaves through a labyrinth of thoughts and reflections, creating a complex tapestry of identity and self-perception. This intricate structure mirrors the complexity of the human mind, where different personas and voices coexist, often in conflict with one another. This blurring of lines is key to how Pessoa explores identity. He uses his heteronyms to question the very nature of the self, suggesting that identity is not a fixed, singular entity, but a fluid, multifaceted construct. Each heteronym represents a different aspect of Pessoa's psyche, allowing him to explore various perspectives and experiences. He doesn't think we have just one self. Instead, he proposes that we are made up of multiple selves, each one shaped by different experiences, emotions, and thoughts. This idea challenges the conventional notion of a unified identity, suggesting that our sense of self is constantly evolving and changing. Instead, he believes human experience is made up of many different, changing parts. Our identities are like a mosaic, composed of various pieces that come together to form a whole. This dynamic view of identity reflects the ever-changing nature of life itself, where nothing remains static and everything is in a state of flux. In the Book of Disquiet, we see someone struggling with big questions about life, trying to find meaning in a world that often seems meaningless. Through Suarez, Pessoa explores themes of existential angst, the search for purpose, and the nature of reality. The book serves as a mirror to our own struggles, inviting us to reflect on our own identities and the complexities of the human condition. A big part of Fernando Pessoa's writing, especially in the Book of Disquiet, is the idea that life can feel meaningless and full of contradictions. His work delves deep into the human psyche, exploring the existential angst that many of us feel but rarely articulate. Pessoa's prose is a mirror reflecting the fragmented nature of our own thoughts and emotions, capturing the essence of what it means to be human in a world that often seems indifferent to our existence. Pessoa wrestled with the strangeness of being human. We always try to find meaning in a world that doesn't seem to care. His characters often find themselves lost in their own minds, grappling with the futility of their pursuits. This sense of disorientation is a central theme in his work, highlighting the paradox of seeking purpose in a seemingly purposeless world. He knew it was pointless to search for clear answers to life's biggest questions, yet this realization didn't stop him from asking those questions. Instead, it fueled his literary exploration, driving him to dissect the human condition with an almost surgical precision. His writing is filled with a sense of melancholy, but also with a profound curiosity about the nature of existence. The more we look, the harder it is to find the truth. Pessoa's work suggests that the search for meaning is an endless journey, one that is fraught with confusion and uncertainty. His characters often find themselves in metaphorical labyrinths, wandering through the complexities of their own thoughts and emotions. This imagery serves to underscore the elusive nature of truth and the perpetual state of questioning that defines the human experience. But even with this somewhat sad view, Pessoa also found a strange kind of beauty. He saw beauty in the very act of questioning, in the relentless pursuit of understanding, even if that understanding was never fully attainable. This perspective allowed him to find moments of peace and contentment amidst the chaos of existence. He accepted the contradictions of life, the happiness and sadness, the hope and disappointment, the love and loss, as normal parts of being human. For Pessoa, these dualities were not just inevitable, but essential to the human experience. They added depth and richness to life, making it a tapestry of varied emotions and experiences, the love and loss as normal parts of being human. He believed that to fully embrace life, one must accept its inherent contradictions. This acceptance doesn't mean resignation, but rather a deeper engagement with the world around us. It means finding joy in the fleeting moments, and understanding that sorrow is just as integral to our existence. It's in these contradictions, in the act of questioning and searching, that he found a deep, even if unsettling, kind of truth. Pessoa's work invites us to embrace the complexity of our own lives, to find beauty in the struggle, and to understand that the search for meaning is a journey worth undertaking, even if the destination remains forever out of reach. Amazingly, Pessoa seemed to know he would become famous after he died. He often wrote about fame and how unpredictable it is. He thought real art was bigger than the artist, and that his work would only be truly understood later. He was right. Today, Fernando Pessoa is seen as one of the most important writers of the 1900s. His work has been translated into many languages and is studied all over the world. His ideas about identity, contradictions, and what it means to be human still speak to people today. Fernando Pessoa's writing, especially the Book of Disquiet, is like a mirror reflecting what it means to be human. His words resonate deeply, capturing the essence of our inner lives, our struggles, and our search for meaning. Pessoa's work is not just literature, it's a profound exploration of the human condition, a journey into the depths of our souls. It shows our own worries, doubts, and desire for meaning in a world that often feels confusing and uncaring. Through his fragmented and introspective style, Pessoa invites us to confront our own uncertainties and fears. His writing is a testament to the complexity of human emotions and the relentless quest for understanding in a seemingly indifferent universe. His writing doesn't give us easy answers or simple solutions. Instead, it challenges us to embrace the ambiguity and contradictions that define our existence. Pessoa's work is a reminder that life is not always about finding clear-cut answers, but about navigating the uncertainties with courage and grace. Instead, it encourages us to accept the complicated and unclear parts of life, to find beauty even when things are hard, and to face life's big questions with bravery and honesty. His words offer solace and inspiration, urging us to find meaning in the chaos and to appreciate the beauty in the struggle. In a time of lots of change and uncertainty, Pessoa's work feels more important than ever. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, his insights provide a timeless perspective that helps us make sense of our experiences. His exploration of identity, his acceptance of our many different sides, and his honest look at what it means to be human helps us understand our own experiences in a world dealing with fast change and big questions about life. His exploration of identity, his acceptance of our many different sides, and his honest look at what it means to be human helps us understand our own experiences in a world dealing with fast change and big questions about life. Pessoa's legacy endures because it speaks to the core of our being, reminding us that in our shared humanity we can find connection, understanding, and hope. Fernando Pessoa, the poet of unease, left behind writing that still fascinates and challenges readers today. Through his different writing personalities, he explored the many sides of the self, mixing true stories and made-up ones. His work, especially the Book of Disquiet, goes deep into human experience, looking at themes of meaninglessness, contradictions, and the difficult search for meaning. In a world dealing with uncertainty and change, Pessoa's exploration of what it means to be human is powerful and continues to matter, reminding us that it is in our unease that we truly find ourselves.